This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 935 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip by eventer Allison Springer is an excerpt from the eventing radio show's Martin Collins Weekly Trainer Tip. Allison offers an exercise to get your horse correctly into the outside rein. And we'll get right to our training tip after this shopping tip from EquestrianCollections.com.
Hi, Glenn here, and I am with Debbie from Equestrian Collections with the Equestrian Collections Product of the Week.
As you and all your listeners know, I am all about safety. And I am featuring this week a product called the None Finer Equiping Safety Release. Now, I know that every single one of us has baling twine attached to our cross ties in our barns. And this takes the place of that. Not only does it easily, it comes apart, not real easily, not too easily. It comes apart at about the perfect weight. You know, you do want them to come apart if a horse is going to tear your barn down. But you don't want them to release too quickly if you have a baby that needs to have that little bit of pressure, and that's what this does for you. It's easy to put on. It's also comes in a whole bunch of colors, so you can match your color scheme in your barn or on your trailer. It's also excellent to put through your trailer rings on the outside. And the reason I was actually featuring it, because most of your listeners probably have already seen this, is because of all the other stuff you can do with it. One of the people in my office uses it to attach her hay bale. You know, the net. We all put our hay in nets now so that they don't eat too much or too fast. And you can use this thing to attach your hay net to your bunk. And that was, I thought, oh, that is so smart. So when you think about that, it opens up all kinds of things where anytime you need a little something to attach, but you want it to be safe so that it does come apart when it needs to come apart, this is something that you need to think about. And it comes in all these way cool colors. So it was a spring color fiesta of equipping safety releases.
Very good. And you can find them at EquestrianCollections.com. We use these too. Absolutely love them. And I need to order some more for some other cross ties we have now.
I know where you can get them.
Equiping. You just go to EquestrianCollections.com, search for Equiping. You'll find them there, and you can order them in the color that you want.
Yes, thank you so much, and happy spring.
Hi, I'm Allison Springer, and I have a training tip for you all today. One of the things that I talk a lot to my students about is how to correctly connect your horse forward into the outside rein. We all know our outside rein is our rounding and slowing rein, but that only works when the horse is properly forward connected to it. So one of the exercises that I like to use, and I do every day when I get on my horses, young horses, old horses alike, is the working turn on the forehand. So what makes the working turn on the forehand a little different than just your regular turn on the forehand is that you put a little tiny bit of forward motion into it, just a little bit, just so their front feet are walking, kind of a pretty small circle. But the idea is that you're actually able to put the horse in front of your outside leg, because usually when you just kind of push them away from your inside leg and push their tail away in your turn on the forehand, you'll feel how their outside shoulder kind of steps out or feels behind you. And so I think in the working turn on the forehand, it's really neat that you use your outside leg in an active way to get the horse straight and forward. Then you can use the outside rein to kind of help keep them with you as you address the inside leg crossing over. So it's a really neat way to establish your correct straight outside aids, outside leg, outside seat bone to outside rein, and also your dominant diagonal inside leg, inside seat bone to outside rein. And if you're doing this correctly, you should have just a very nice soft bended inside with a very soft inside rein. You don't want to feel like you're pulling on your inside rein to be able to push the horse away from your inside leg. You always want to feel like it's a very forward connection. The horse takes a nice steady weight into the outside rein and they're responsive. So I think it's a great exercise, because then when you put it into motion, into your trot, into your canter, when your horse doesn't feel around, you understand the idea of first organizing the outside shoulder straight and forward into the outside rein as you own that inside hind leg and ask them to soften and connect to the outside rein. So that's one of my training tips that I love, and I hope you use and find some success with.
And you can find lots more tips on topics ranging from barn care to websites for horse people at horsetipdaily.com. Just look for the topics drop-down menu on the left. And you can find today's expert, Allison Springer, on the web at allisonspringer.com. The Eventing Radio Show has a trainer tip along with all of the news and interviews from the eventing world every week. You can listen at eventingradio.com, or you can download the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone and Android. Just go to your app store and choose and search for Horse Radio Network. It's free and fast. And this podcast has been made possible through the generous support of Equestrian Collections and listeners like you. You can become an official auditor for the Horse Radio Network at horsetipdaily.com. Look for the official Become an Auditor banner in the center of the page. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.